Alrighty, so on this slot we want to overheat again, and then we switch into Berserker. Berserker always tanks these two moves. Berserker also can't be crit because it is BA Berserker. I didn't realize that Purple Berserker also hit Torkoal. That's kind of funny. The Venusaur always dies here. Holding the Wise Glass is not really necessary because it's Life Orb, but just in case. This always should target Body Press Berserker. They should never kill Berserker. It gets it very low though. Yeah, I believe 23 is the minimum health that Berserker can be on. We switch into Dirt. We fake out the Torkoal and get a free switch. And then we're holding a Self Sand, so if high horsepower always kills. And then on the other slot we switch into Harkonnen. So we go high horsepower and then we switch out to Harkonnen. Because our Donphan is now sturdy, this incoming Charizard never can kill one of our guys. It can never kill Harkonnen even with crit. So we can just Rock Slide the Harkonnen and it dies. Then we're going to do our encounter. So Charizard comes out, we click knock off, we Rock Slide this guy. Solar Beam is fine, we are sturdy, we always live as on 1. And he dies to Rock Slide. Okay, amazing. Let's go get our encounter. I guess we can use this house here to heal. The encounters here aren't the best, because we already have Hamilton, so it is mostly just, hold on, let me check. It is mostly just, alright, so yesterday was pretty embarrassing. I almost was in really big trouble because I didn't realize that Zoroark had Dark Aura in the calc, and that made me feel really bad. I did look on Discord and see like a lot of other people also didn't realize and lost moments to that, so that's good to know. It's kind of funny because I have had a Zoroark before, and I guess it's just never like actually played out because I've never noticed that it was an illusion in the calc. And I've used it before in previous fights, and apparently it was just a range merchant and I was hitting every range. And if it didn't hit the range, I was certainly going to lose that one, so I guess I got really lucky. I was definitely supposed to lose Zoroark in the gauntlet, but we got a fraud body proc, so basically we could have been in very big trouble, but we got very, very, very lucky. I'm gonna try not to make any more mistakes, obviously, but I feel like it's just so brutal because there's just so many ways that there's so many things that you can miss. Like, I wouldn't even like dare think to like check my Pokemon's abilities in the calc. Like, that just feels like a list of things that I go through for each battle, that's like on the bottom of the list, but now I have to check that as well. So it's really just a mental checklist of things I need to check for every single fight, right? Because you got to check like all the opponent's abilities, you got to check all their moves, if they can miss, if they can, if they have secondary effects. Got to check their held items, right? Now you also got to check like bugs. Now you also apparently have to check your own abilities, so yeah, it's so brutal. This game is so brutal. I think we just okay, so I think we're gonna lead sink here. The reason being that the only non-great sinker, what's Sharna's nature again? I know it was plus special attack, but I don't remember what it... It's modest, yeah, so modest sink is genuinely not bad, even on Rapidash, right? I guess it's not very good for Centiskorch, but fine. Centiskorch isn't very good anyway, so... That's like decent special attack. Okay. I am sold. Yeah, we're gonna sink them. I think my fight luck so far on this run has been very good. Especially knowing that like that bug could have screwed me over really freaking hard. Like, it's so sad. Moving Harknine. These guys probably have like a bunch of fire moves. We can bring like Gyarados for Intim support, and then we can do like Harknine. Dreadnought maybe. Maybe we can do Aegon in case we get like Wheezing or something. And then, yeah, that should be good. I just want balls, so we should be good on that as well. Let's do Orange Berries. We did get a lot of citruses from the end of Gauntlet citrus tree, so we should be good on citruses. There's another berry bush here though. I don't really know what this berry bush contains. I haven't been here in a hot minute since like one of my first attempts, streamed attempts. Frost berries, person berries. Oh, 29. Okay, yeah, we're really chilling now on citruses. Okay, let's go up here and let's see what we get. Okay, we can't use that one. Let's run. That would have been an awesome encounter if we didn't have Harknine duped, obviously. Okay. The game really wants to give me a second Harknine. I would take that. Unfortunately, I can't. That's so funny. My stream PB is Flannery, and on that attempt I did not get Harknine. I really needed it. Because I had no rock, I wiped a Flannery with no rock slider. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Let's throw balls at this thing. Ultra Ball. I guess I should look at what this thing actually has, right? I guess we can go Hammy, that seems pretty safe. Please give me the ball, thank you. Pyroar. It's a fun encounter. Not really expecting anything great from that grass, so... Oh, it's good. It's a good Pyroar. W Musharna Sink, so... Alright, let's level this thing up. Double Edge, no point in using Double Edge, I think, because we are modest. We are just gonna be clicking Overheat on this thing, most likely. Yeah, Overheat at level 55, so that is next level. This thing's gonna be good, actually. Like, it's got really good IVs. 26 speed, super nice. Obviously, we got the monosync. It's gonna be good. It's a value encounter, for sure. Alright, next fight time. Camper Merc. Camper Merc is leading a primate. Let's see. What's the idea of this fight? So Defiant primate on the lead. Okay, so we can't do the classic pivot between Berserker and Masquerade because it's Defiant. That's fine. We have a Dark Gem Sniper Drapion, so Sniper's always scary. Also has Pursuit, which is interesting. We have a Harvest Citrus Berry, a Trevenant. I imagine our newly caught Pyro would be pretty good for this thing. Yes, it would be. I am correct. Yeah, so we're gonna use this Pyro probably for the Trevenant, or we could also use Infernape, I guess, but Pyro honestly seemed like a better matchup. And then we have this Technician, Eviolite, Scyther, which is quite scary. Okay. So we gotta figure out what we want to do for the lead. Okay, that was easy. We just lead our big scary bird. This bird has been amazing, as always. Oh, also, good to know that we are in singles, and also, sun is not up. Does that change anything? Yes, it does change stuff. Slightly. We don't get the KO on Trevenant. That's good to know. But that should be fine. Honestly speaking, it should be fine. So we get the KO. This has no prio moves. We're faster than this. What does this bait out? So we should be faster than everything in the back. Oh, except for this. So it should bait out this then, right? Unless we have something that... Oh, damage. Oh, it's Rock Slide. That's what it baits out. Okay. So this baits out Rock Slide. I think what I want to do is I want to do the classic pivot between between a Berserker and yeah, so we can get this to -1 million attack, like very safely. So we can do this pivot like 6 times, that's fine. And then we can probably just Iron Head it down, is what I'm thinking. Right, what is Drapion weak to? Ground, yeah, just ground, okay. We could go U, but we're not faster. We could maybe think about getting speed drops with Eldegoss. That seems maybe reasonable, but the issue with that is that sniper crits are a little bit annoying. Maybe they're not the worst in the world. Or we can probably just 1v1 this thing down. Right? So much damage are we taking? We should do the math. I think that's probably worth doing. We're probably taking enough damage so that do I care about sub? I don't particularly care about sub, right? We can probably just get a clean switch onto the Trevenant, I think, with the Pyroar that we just caught. If it clicks sub, I don't think it matters if it clicks sub. I'm gonna be really honest with you. It doesn't change the range at all. It just makes, it's just always a 2-hit KO, right? If this ends up baiting out Scyther, which is also pretty probable, it could Swords Dance. That's a problem. I don't love the fact that it can Swords Dance. I guess if we switch into Ape, then it doesn't matter if it Swords Dances or not, because we can just kill this thing. If we are really truly under 31%, then shouldn't it be baiting out... Yeah, if we're actually under 31%, it can never click Dual Wing Beat, because if we're under 31%, then it will definitely go for Shadow Claw instead. This guy will come out, right? And then this guy baits out Dual Wing Beat. That's annoying. Maybe we can just do a pivot. I think Vega Overheat seems like the play. Swords Dance is not Dragon Dance. It doesn't boost speed, so we don't have to worry about that. Vega Overheat kills with Wise Glasses. Let's look at the damage for this. So how do we minimize damage, right? We need to do a lot of Iron Heads worth of chip damage. Actually, we're doing a lot of fake outs, so maybe we don't need to do that many, right? So if we're getting 6 fake outs in, it's almost certainly gonna kill in 1 Iron Head, so like if this deals like 16 plus 11, that's like 27 damage plus that's 35 damage, that's 42 damage, that's like 48 damage, that's 53 damage, that's 57 damage. Yeah. So, how many fake outs will kill this? Almost certainly it will die to 9 fake outs. Almost certainly, if not less than that. So, I think that makes me, if we go Citrus, then I think that makes me believe that this will always come up for Brick Break, is my belief. Right, and if it doesn't, if it ever can go for Dual Wing Beat, we can bring a Pivot. Right? That seems fine. Maybe we have something that just completely walls this guy, so we need a wall. Wing Beat, Brick Break. That's kind of hard to do. Maybe Cloister kind of does. We can bring like a Cloister maybe as a pivot. Oh wait, no, Cloister beats Wing Beat. That's not what we want to do. Right, we want to bait something that baits Brick Break and doesn't immediately die. That would be you. That's pretty safe. Maybe we bring you. Oh, this could Bug Bite. Does that matter? Probably not. Yeah, that's fine. That seems reasonable. That seems very reasonable. And then, yeah, so this should bait out Brick Break. Methinks. I guess if it does end up being Shadow Claw, that's fine. We have another line for that. We can then just chain onto the Trevenant with Flare Blitz. Okay, that looks pretty solid to me. Yeah, we should be good. Delete hats. We go Berserker. Masquerade. Let me just take off the orange berries first. So Berserker. Masquerade. Let's get rid of this guy's item. Berserker. Masquerade. Who else is there? There is Infernape. Infernape needs to get the wise glasses, right? And then there is Pyroar, and then there is Dreadnought we already have. So that's everything, right? Oh no, we're missing Masquerade. Okay, perfect. Masquerade shouldn't be taking any damage. Let me just make sure that this thing has enough PP for us to do this cycle over and over again. So it's using Earthquake, and it's using, which has 10 PP, and it's using, that's fine, that's enough PP. It's using Rock Slide, which I have at least 10 PP, right? Yeah, Rock Slide has 10 PP as well, so we should be fine. We are gonna do Citrus on you. Citrus on you, there's no reason not to. Wise Glasses for you, so that you can one-shot the Scyther. And then we go Pyroar, we go, it doesn't really matter, we can give you a Citrus for fun. We have lots of citruses, we don't really care. We give you a Citrus. And then we lead, we give nothing, because we're just clicking acrobatics. Okay. That should be everything. I think we've accounted for everything here. I hope we've accounted for everything. I feel like every fight is just so scary, because I'm always worried that there's something that I am missing. And then we get another encounter after this, which is super sick. Let's have a fair battle. Your team is pretty fair. I will allow you to say that. This team is not as bullshit as some of the other teams in the game. Yeah, so we just aggro this guy, that's fine. He's not holding a focus sash, he's holding an expert belts. Crit didn't matter, obviously. It should be Rock Slide now. Drapion wants to click Rock Slide, right? This should be always Rock Slide. Never Pursuit, never Earthquake, never Cross Poison. We then switch into Weed to take the Rock Slide, and then we just kill this thing using Fake Outs. Oh, that's a good point. We only have 5 Fake Out PP. I didn't account for that, but it should be fine. It should not matter. We Fake Out. We can just click Iron Head once it's at -6. It's cool. We now beat out Earthquake into Tulip. We could count PP if we want, but we can also count PP just by looking at the number of Fake Outs we have left for now, so I'm not going to count until later. Maybe it was correct to instead go Lepa Berry on the Weed Cat, but that's okay. It is battle armor, so Sniper never really comes into effect ever in this matchup. There's so many things that you have to remember for every single fight. Run and Gun truly is a game of trying to keep your sanity up while playing. even with a box as strong as this, even with no deaths, like, a simple mistake like missing Dark Aura could just completely cost the run. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how strong your box is if you can only bring 6 Pokemon to each fight, right? You miss something on a given fight, you could wipe. It's as simple as that. This is pickup number 4. This should be Intim number 4 then. And then this is the 5th fake out. And then this should be the 5th Intim. And then we get one more Intim for good measure, because why not? Because why not? Hee. So one more Intim after this. You could technically stall this thing out of Earthquakes or whatever, but it's not worth it because if I miscount PP, we could get Pursuit Crit and get killed. So, better for us not to do that. Even though it is technically optimal to stall this out of Earthquakes. Okay. Now we click Iron Head. This thing's at like -6, so it should be dealing no damage, even despite super effectiveness against our battle armored cat. 24 damage on a max roll, we click Iron Head. This can never flinch us because it's not clicking Rock Slide, it's fine. We got a Citrus Berry here. It's cool. Yeah, let's see what this is. I'm not sure actually. Okay, Scyther clicks, Scyther always clicks Brick Break in this position. Or Sword Stance, I guess. Sword Stance is fine. We don't care about Sword Stance at all. So we just one-shot this with Infernape. Infernape really is the GOAT. I love this guy so much. He's so fun to use. I think people say like Infernape is the easiest one to use, the most brain off, and that's completely true, but it's also the case that it's the best one. So maybe that, so my theory is that it's the easiest to use because it's the best starter. I think it's not even particularly close that this is the best starter. I think it's Infernape, then Torterra, and then a large margin, and then Penguin. Well, that's just my take. So Trevenant, we just Flare Blitz. We've used Overheat once, so we Flare Blitz this guy. Bang! 2 more frags for the ape. Okay, and we get another encounter here. Lovely. Let's see what we can get. So this is Fiery Path, I think? Or is it? Yeah, I think this is Fiery Path, right? Camerupt, Torkoal. Do we want? We probably don't want to do. Yeah, it's probably not worth it to do the sync, right? Sync probably is not that good here. We probably just lead whatever fire resists we have. Oh, is there I guess level manip doesn't matter, we don't have anything that can do that. Okay. We can lead, let's lead Altaria, I mean, Ampharos. Because there's no static, there's nothing to static, right? So that's fine. We can get a T-wave in, and then we lead a bunch of fire resist, I think is what we want to do. We can bring Musharna as well, because that has Moonlight, which is nice for catching. We can bring Gyarados for the Intim. Harkonine is good. Yeah, this is fine. We go Citrus. Actually we just go Oran. That's probably fine. Okay. I am over trying to wish for encounters, so just give me whatever you want to give me, game. Give me your absolute worst. I will take it. Give me your absolute worst. Okay, that's really good. That's really fucking good. Okay, let's see. Let me see if the Altaria can wall this guy and safely get something off or not. Turtonator's so fucking good, thank you. Dude, I feel like the way to get good encounters in this game is to not beg for encounters, because as soon as you start hoping for encounters, you never get it. Because I was so resigned. I was so hoping, to get Heracross, and of course we didn't get Heracross again. But I was like very resigned to hitting Claydol in Mirage Tower, and hey, we got Lairon, which is what we wanted. I was resigned to, after not hitting the Heracross, I was resigned to not getting Excadrill. We got Excadrill. So maybe that's the strategy. It's just to not give a fuck about your encounters. It is what it is, truly. We also always have the, Route 114, I think is what it's called, Route 114 encounter that we can always pick up. I'm delaying it for now, just so that we have a chance to get Slowpoke, Slowbro early, and then if we do get Slowpoke or Slowbro after Surf Sim, if we do end up getting there, assuming we don't wipe, then I will be most likely staticking for Lantern on one of these Surf Sim paths to try to get Muck, Alola, try to maximize those odds in Abandoned Ship, just so that we get a guaranteed Golisopod in Scorch Slap, and then we can basically breed grass on the route before that, which is super cool. I've never done that before. So this thing has Flamethrower, Body Slam, Rapid Spin, Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail, Rapid Spin, Body Slam, Flamethrower. We should give this thing plus defense, minus defense plus attack. And then we should give, it's level 40, right? And then we should give this thing 0 defense IVs, 0 health IVs, 31 attack and special attack, and 0 Spadef IVs. Okay, so even with... Okay, I guess it's better to go plus special attack instead, minus defense. Sure, we'll see a rash. So Discharge never kills this thing. We can go T-Wave as very safely here. Discharge never kills this thing. It can never get crit because it's battle armor. Or shell armor or whatever. Right, we got a Discharge off. Just making sure. It would be so tragic if we killed this thing. It's minus Spadef. Yeah, we never kill this thing. Even with minimum health and Spadef IVs, we can safely discharge this thing once. Lovely. Body slam is fine. Now we can go into Wusharna, I guess. That seems good. And we can just start throwing balls at this thing. So let's throw balls. Oh, that did a lot of damage. That was probably a crit. Okay, awesome. Super hyped about this one. Tartinator is fantastic. Fantastic, fantastic pull from this route. Okay, that's not bad. Plus speed, good defense. Minus Spadef is maybe not the best, but hey, that's really good. It's got good special attack too. This thing's gonna be a very integral part of this box. So we get Fire Spin, Dragon Pulse, Flamethrower. Fire Spin probably is unnecessary. Rapid Spin's very nice to have though, for sure. Fire Spin, is that tech? Is that ever tech? Is there ever Fire Spin tech? So one explosion on this thing, right? I guess it's better than Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail is like never getting clicked ever in any universe. So Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, Fire Spin, Rapid Spin. That's super hype. That is so cool. Okay. We have 3 more fights on this route. I think we can get our Mount Chimney encounter immediately. I think that's how it works. That's so cool. Yeah. Alrighty. I guess we can. So Mount Chimney, right? We probably on Mount Chimney we probably want a magnet pull now, especially with Turtonator duped out. Although, in terms of the maybe we don't need to do that. Like, we could hit the 30% Leica Rock and be sad, but it's not like our box is particularly lacking in terms of. It's not like our box is particularly lacking in terms of steel types, and also some of the other encounters here are so freaking awesome. Like Conkeldurr, Altaria, Jangmo-O, Kumo-O, all seem so sick. But I guess Lucario, maybe we shouldn't greed it, maybe we should just take Lucario. Because Lucario is pretty solid. Really solid guy. So, it would be like 10% chance at Lucario, 5% chance at Altaria. Altaria would be so sick. Altaria would be awesome. 5% chance at. Okay, I guess it's like only a 20% chance at a goat. So I think it's probably worth it to just do Lucario Manip then, probably for Mount Chimney. Okay, let's think about the fights leading up to that, I guess. This guy, let's see what your deal is. Have not been here in a while. This guy's got red card Sturdy, Bastardon. Okay. Can we kill Bastardon with Storm Throw? Oh, wait, we can. That's entertaining. That is an entertaining lead. Pinsir the goat. We can do superpower lead that just basically invalidates this thing's ability to set up stealth rocks, right? That's really funny. And then we'll be at -1/-1, right? Superpower is -1, defense -1, attack. Just making sure, yep. So, this thing should be baiting out Flamethrower very consistently then. This guy's also got red card. This guy's got huge power. Okay. So this guy should be super weak to anything related to ground type moves. Like you. And it should never click Shell Smash because it sees that it has kill, right? Shell Smash can't get up to +9, it can only get to +8, I think. Shell Smash. So, if we're incapacitated, that's not gonna happen. So yeah, I can only get up to +8, basically. So it should never Shell Smash, it's always Flamethrower. We can go Donphan here. And then this always kills with high horsepower. Right, and then this baits out high horse or body slam. I guess it could also be sword stance. That's annoying, but is it that annoying? Can we just go throw ape at this thing? We can't throw ape at this thing. Okay, that is annoying then. Maybe we can't just do this. Maybe that's not the best idea. I guess it should never be able to click sword stance just because flamethrower is dealing so much damage to us. So it could never be sword stance. It's either high horsepower body slam or quick attack, even maybe potentially. So yeah, no, that's not realistic. We can't get it on any move except for quick attack, so that's good to know. Okay. How bad is... yeah, obviously you can't take a high horse. You can't take a body slam. Otherwise, that would be nice. Right, we could just use Leaf Storm. I guess if we always get high horsepower out of this, that could be really nice. I don't know how we would do that though. I don't know how we'd go about doing that. I mean, this guy's certainly almost dead. Always dead, yeah. I feel like I just don't have that much stuff that can safely tank a move and bait another move. You know what I mean? Everything I have is too weak to do that. Can we explore other options for this Macargo maybe? Maybe we can... oh, it has red cards, so we can't use Fake Out either. That's not an option. What other ground types can we throw at this? Not you, because you're weak. We only have one other ground. We only have these two ground types. You don't kill with Voltas, so that's not an option. Wait, why is Sun up? Sun should not... is Sun supposed to be up? I don't think Sun is supposed to be up, right? Yeah, okay, that probably changes things a lot, actually. That probably changes things a lot. So we can still pre-damage to beat up Flamethrower or Power Gem, that's fine. We could also not pre-damage and beat up Body Slam consistently or Sword Stance. We could also pre-damage this to always be Body Slam if we pre-damage this down to 64 health. And then if this is always Body Slam, we can always beat out high horsepower into her Eldegoss, right? That's the play, maybe? This drops its speed by 1. Now we outspeed, we KO this with Miracle Seed boosted Leaf Storm. And this deals at most like 60% damage to us, so this can be random move. No, this can be only be Flamethrower here or Shell Smash. I don't think we care about Shell Smash because this invalidates the hell out of Shell Smash because we have a Stardidon Van. I don't think we care about Shell Smash very much. That seems like it should work. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna use the washroom. I feel good for this fight. We got Muscle Band, Cherry Berry, Miracle Seed, Rost Berry, and then just 2 other guys. Lovely. Oh, there's this like rock thing, right? Oh fuck, what have I done? Okay, no, we're good. There's something up here, right? Oh, this is Solar Light, I think. And then something down here, I presume, as well. Alright. Oh, okay. It would be really funny if you could get soft locked in here. What's over here? Nothing. Okay. Alrighty. This guy, it has a Stealth Rock red card team, but we invalidate the entire thing with a pincer. With Moldbreaker Pincer because Superpower just vocos this bastard down and bypasses Sturdy. We get the defense drop. This now always baits out Diggersby, huge power Diggersby with a Chopo Berry. It always wants to click Body Slam here. So we have a very safe switch into Berserker. We can get some Fake Out Chip while we're at it, and this beats out High Horsepower. So Body Slam comes in. This is huge power. Pair doesn't matter, obviously. Fake Out. Get some chip, sure. This is now always High Horsepower. We switch into uppies. We drop its speed by 1, now we outspeed, and we click Leaf Storm. Oh, I forgot about Quick Attack. That is kind of bad. Were we ever dead to double crit there? I think we were dead to double crit. We were never dead to 1 crit, so we were fine. So now when Cargo comes out, this is always like Flamethrower or something along those lines. It doesn't really matter what it clicks. We're holding a Raspberry so that we don't get burned. Flamethrower, yep. We outspeed this and we one-shot this. Never dead to crit because we have Sturdy and now High Horsepower kills this thing. Awesome. Okay, there we go. Let's not accidentally run into the next guy. That would be unfortunate. Way to wipe. Okay. We are getting there. The next fight is the Trick Room fight, right? Bronzong with Trick Room. And just a bunch of really annoying stuff. 3 mods with Trick Room, and then a Eruption camera in the back. With Fire Gem, 3 Levitate guys. What does Culverberry do? Dark type. Okay, so how do we kill this thing? Can Infernape kill this thing? Probably. Fake Out Overheat probably kills this thing. Let's see. Yep, Fake Out Overheat kills this thing, that's fine. It can't explode because we kill it, obviously. Oh, this thing can explode, and that is not fun. But it can never be this because we show it kill with Flare Blitz. Right, what about this guy? This guy can also explode, so you're telling me that these guys can all explode. That's great, that's fantastic. I guess we can bait out Psychic into like a Zoroark maybe, and obviously we should like, hold on. I wonder if we can like change the ability so we don't make that mistake again. I will never be making this mistake ever again, that's for sure. Yeah, this is fine. This guy... Does it click Trick Room over Psychic? Or does it click Psychic over Trick Room? Or is it random? Because... Do we kill this with Sucker Punch? We don't quite kill this with Sucker Punch. That sucks. That does suck. Like, let's say we're on 1 HP, right? It's still likely Trick Room. That's fantastic. That... Blech. That makes me feel sapped inside. We can't really stop Trick Room getting up, can we? There's like what else could we possibly use that would kill this thing? Nothing. It's not like we can lead like a dark type because it's holding a berry that prevents us from one-shotting this with like Zoroark or anything, right? We also like... The thing with Trick Room going up is that it also has a room service, so it's not like we can just use Iron Ball or something, right? It's not like we can use Iron Ball because room service gets procced, right? Fuck. And Sucker Punch doesn't actually kill this thing. So that's fun. That's really great. That's lovely, even. It's like you can drop her split up, right? Yep. This sucks. Maybe we can pivot through you. Tank one Psychic and then just bait another Psychic. And if it clicks Trick Room, then we kill it, right? With Metal Coat boosted, we kill this thing in Trick Room. But we have two alternating lines. That's just really annoying. Not gonna lie. If it goes for Psychic... Okay, so we want to pre-damage this to always be dead to two Psychics, right? So... The issue is that means it also is dead to Power Gem, so that's a no-go. This fight sucks. This fight sucks so bad. I cannot stand this fight for the love of God. This fight sucks ass. All the what if we held a Iron Ball? We still outspeed everything. Okay, great. Oh wait. Fuck. This sucks. This objectively sucks. We could do like knockoff into sucker punch maybe. That deals 52 with like black glasses, maybe that's enough. Yeah, that's probably enough. But that means that Trick Room is coming up. So, turn on a Trick Room. So we have 3 turns of Trick Room we need to contend with. I think the AI sees that it speeds with everything. And then this will bait in Camerupt, I think. For Eruption / Flamethrower, that's fine. Can we like stall the turns of Trick Room out? Maybe, perhaps? Like, you probably don't take anything from an Eruption, and then you bait out Earth Power, right? And then we switch into like Mastering or something, get the Intim drop, and then it's like random move back into you, and then this thing ends. We're kind of dead to double crit though, aren't we? Why does crit deal so much damage? Jesus. Oh, it's because it's -1, yep. They're very dead to double crit. Not fun. All I have to say is not fun. Not fun at all. Quite unfun, actually. Just not fun, not a good time. Oh, this fight is so brittle. I mean, you could also tank an Eruption, right? So turn 1 Trick Room goes up. Trick Room lasts 5 turns, right? Trick Room. Turn 2 we kill this thing. Turn 3 we switch into like some rock resist. Turn 4 we switch into some other resist. Turn 5 we switch back into said rock resist. Unfortunately we are very dead to double crit. So this slime doesn't work that well. This might be a long cook. This might be a long cook. Maybe we can switch into... Ooh, that's tempting. I will not lie. Switching into Gyarados here is very tempting. Right, because we can bait Earth Power into Gyarados. Right, so this comes out on turn 3, this comes out on turn 4, or we get the Intim drop, right? Then this is always Eruption. We Waterfall. And then on this turn, right, okay, perfect. So issue again is that this beats out Trick Room because Waterfall isn't enough to kill this thing. That is not... I just can't. Oh, this has a Fire Gem as well. So this would be none, and then this would be -1 attack. Right, so it's either Rock Slide. Rock Slide crit is fine. And then... we can't realistically stay in on this thing because it has Stone Edge, right? I would love to stay on this thing and just click Waterfall, but that we cannot do. So what is our Soul Rock answer anyways? What are we doing for the Soul Rock? Like Sucker Punch was so nice, but this just doesn't deal enough damage, right? Even with 2 Sucker Punch, guys, just doesn't deal much damage. We could maybe try stalling this one out. Okay, so we do some sort of swappies, and then we could try stalling this guy out, maybe. Right, because we can do Fake Out Stall on Stone Edge. This can never crit us on Stone Edge, right? So we can always switch this in on the turn that Gyarados comes out, right? And then it's either going to be Acro or Earthquake, or Acro or Stone Edge for the rest of the way, and that's fine. So we can get Fake Out Chip. We can get 5 turns of Fake Out Chip. We can get this to -5. And then, okay, so I think there's definitely something here. So let's assume it does Trick Room into... oh, there's so much counting involved. Okay, so if it does Trick Room into the Berserker switch in from Gyarados, then we have... the idea is we can kill this thing with Bug Buzz, but only if we get it in on the turn without Trick Room up, right? So I guess we should calc with this damage being Acro. Yeah, so Trick Room is always going up. It's very likely to be Trick Room on this turn. It could also be Stone Edge on this turn, so we need to account for diverging lines for sure. Oh, it's so annoying. Okay. So Trick Room goes up, then we go 1. Trick Room is turn 1. Turn 2, turn 2 we swap into turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6, turn 7, turn 8, turn 9, turn 10. Right, so because Trick Room is active for an odd number of turns, we can cycle between Berserker and Masquerain. What if we PP stall this thing out? Unironically though, maybe that seems possible, right? Like there's only 8 Stone Edge PP, and Acrobatics has only so much PP, right? Okay, Acrobatics has 15 PP, and Earthquake has 10 PP. And it never clicks Trick Room while it's here. It never clicks Trick Room on Berserker. It only clicks Trick Room maybe on this Masquerain, right? But the idea is... Oh, okay. I have an idea. I have a good idea. Okay, so here's my idea. My idea is we get this in on an earthquake while Trick Room is ending, or it doesn't necessarily even have to be while Trick Room is ending. It just has to be, because we're going black glasses on our thing, right? It just has to be either while Trick Room is ending and then we click Dark Pulse, right? Or we click Sucker Punch, and then the turn after Trick Room ends. No, I like getting this in when Trick Room's ending. So we can kind of do this pivot forever, right? And then on the turn Trick Room is ending, we need to also get this... We also need to have Trick Room end on the turn that Berserker comes out. And Earthquake has 10 PP, so we only have that many turns to do this pivot. Is such a pivot always possible, right? Okay, so the first scenario is if it doesn't click Trick Room, if it goes for the immediate Stone Edge, then this is never Trick Room. So we can fake out and then immediately go into this and click Dark Pulse and kill this guy. So that's fine. That's like cool, right? That's the good scenario. We can just chain with knockoff into this guy. That's fine. Scenario 2 is if it does click Trick Room, right? If it clicks Trick Room into the Berserker, right? Then we fake out. Okay, so let's do the math here. So let's say it clicks Trick Room turns turn 1 would be switch from Gyara to Berserker. Right, turn 2 would be basically what we want turn 5 to be is we want turn 5 of Trick Room to be either on Berserker or switching into Zoroark from Earthquake, right? So we have some leniency here. So let's just say we switch Gyara to Berserker, right? And then turn 2 we fake out. That seems reasonable. And then turn 3 we switch into Masquerain on EQ, right? And then turn 4 we switch back into Berserker. Right, this room service will have procced, it'll be -1 speed, it'll be -1 attack, right? It still clicks Earthquake all the time, Trick Room's up, and then turn 5 of Trick Room, we then switch into Zoroark on Earthquake, right? And then Zoroark proceeds to sweep. So that seems like it works. That seems like it works fine. Let me just make sure that the rest of the line works. Okay, so on turn 1, Trick Room's not up. This should always go for Trick Room on turn 1 over Explosion, because Trick Room is +9, right? Yep, it should never click Explosion. Right, we're going black glasses. We turn 1 we knock off the Culber Berry. Trick Room goes up, right? So Trick Room goes up on turn 1, so let's just call this Bronzong Trick Room. So turn 1, Trick Room turns, turn 1 is just him clicking Trick Room, and I click Knockoff. Right, and now we need this to deal, what's 150 minus 64? We need this to deal 90, 86. We need this to deal 86 damage without the Culber Berry. We need Sucker Punch to deal that much, right? And Sucker Punch deals 92, so we should be good. With Trick Room up, this will always be either Gyro Ball, Future Sight, or Explosion. I don't think it can click Future Sight. I would be pretty surprised if this could click Future Sight. It can click Future Sight. Does Future Sight count as an attack? I think it does, right? Yes, it counts as a special attack. Let me just make sure that's true. Does Sucker Punch work against Future Sights? No. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh wait, no, that's not Future Sight. That I don't know. Sucker Punch, Future Sight. Yes, it does work on Future Sight. Okay, according to the Discord, it works on Future Sight. Okay, perfect. Then this kills, and then basically everything sees that it outspeeds us, and that means we are getting Eruption or Flamethrower, basically, right? We get always Eruption or Flamethrower, we switch into U, we tank one, that's fine. And then this will be, okay, so turn 2 is we kill with Sucker Punch kill. And then turn 3 is we switch into Arcanine on the incoming Eruption or Flamethrower. This eats its Fire Gem. And then on turn 4 we switch into Gyarados on the incoming Earth Power. We got a -1. We get a -1 drop, right? And then this, and then turn 5, we can stall out turn 5, or we can just click Waterfall. It might flinch us. That's fine. It doesn't matter. We just we kill with Waterfall, or we get flinched and we kill the next turn. Okay, amazing. So now Trick Room isn't up. Trick Room is not up. And so this should be Stone Edge or Trick Room from Soul Rock, right? And then that's the line that we were just looking at. Because, sorry. Because, yeah. Because this can never actually be you, because it sees that we kill this with Waterfall, right? So it has to be Soul Rock necessarily. And then we go into, if this does click Stone Edge, then it can never click Trick Room. It can never click Trick Room because we're slower than it. Right? That's how it works. And then it's going to click Earthquake. We switch into this. We're never dead to Earthquake crit. And then we have Black Glasses boosted knockoff slash Black Glasses boosted Dark Pulse will kill this, and then we chain this into Black Glasses boosted knockoff. Okay, that seems good. I hope I'm not missing anything. That would be very, very, very sad. I would be very sad if I were missing something. So relating Black Glasses will work. Let me just take this stuff off of the Mons. I think it's really cool that I'm getting value out of like everything in my box pretty much except for the duck, and like I guess artillery as well. It's kind of cool, like we have such a full box, like we have a deathless box, which is just insane to think about at this point in the game. And like we don't have a lot of like super goats. We have some goats for sure, but I think this box is very much like strength in numbers is like kind of the motto of the box, just because we have so many options, it feels like, and so every fight I feel like we can get something pretty riskless. I will say the gauntlet wasn't the best for this box, just because obviously like you can only bring 8 mons to the box, so like if you have a bunch of like pretty good mons, like it doesn't matter because you can only bring 8 of them, so like I definitely felt like the gauntlet was quite iffy. But aside from the gauntlet, just these regular fights, this box has really been popping off on. Like, it's just been so fun to cook with this box. It feels like there's just so many creative answers to every fight. Or not so many creative answers, but like, there's like a creative answer to like seemingly every fight that's like super satisfying to find. I'm kind of in love with this box. It's really quite amazing. I don't want to jinx that though. I'd like to keep it that way. Yeah, we already stunky, I guess. Bring extra dark type in case you need it. Okay, so at GP we need to give you black glasses, and we have in fact changed the ability on the calc, so it shouldn't be bugged anymore. A hammy we can give whatever to, right? I don't think it matters. Do we want to give you a citrus for fun? Sure. This should never proc. The citrus here should never proc. And then Gyarados we can give a citrus to, I suppose. Maybe that's not super necessary to do. Yeah, maybe that's not the most necessary thing to do. We'll give you an Oranberry instead, I suppose. We can't get burned here, right? It's Stone Edge. Oh no, it's always EP. It's always. Oh, we could get. Eruption can't burn us, right? Surely Eruption can't burn us. Yeah, we're fine. Maybe we go Raspberry just in case there's some way in how this thing gets burned. We go Citrus, you go Citrus. And then I guess we go Citrus on this guy as well for fun. Okay, that should be everything. We should be good to go for the Trick Room fight. Spade is usually not, kind of tricky to plan around. Kind of a demon fight, but having this line, having this Zoroark, again, Zoroark popping off even despite its bug in the calc, getting some serious value out of this guy for sure, which is really cool. Okay, so this is not Skuntank, this is Zoroark. We click knockoff, right? So we are holding a black glasses. Yeah, we click knockoff and then we click Sucker Punch. So we are expecting Trick Room here. Okay, so this is turn 1 of Trick Room. We then click Sucker Punch, right? Yes. This is now Sucker Punch. And Sucker Punch prevents it from getting a move off. This kills. And baits camera for fast eruption / flamethrower kill. Okay, so on turn 3 of Trick Room, we want to switch into Hammy to tank the incoming fire move. This is Eruption. It uses its Fire Gem. Big damage, but Hammy can tank these eruptions with ease, and then this is always Earth Power, always these Earth Power kill. We switch into Gyarados, or newly caught Gyarados. This Gyarados has very good IVs, but unfortunately does not have any good moves. So I guess it is a give and a take. I caught it at level 36 for what it's worth. So this thing only literally has Outrage and Waterfall and 2 irrelevant moves. Okay. This is the final turn of Trick Room. This can go for Rock Slide and Flinches, it doesn't matter because we will outspeed this the turn after, obviously. Eruption is fine. And then we kill with Waterfall as Trick Room ends. Okay, perfect. Yep, Trick Room ends now. And this should be Solrock. Yes, this is Solrock. And now Solrock wants to click Stone Edge or Trick Room. Either are possible, that's fine. We can deal with either case by switching into Berserker. Stone Edge is actually kind of the better one. It doesn't matter. Honestly, the only reason that it's better is because it means that we don't have to do a pivot cycle. They're both riskless. It's faster. Let's just say that. It's definitely faster. We can figure this out. Because why not? And now this can never trick room because we're 1 point slower than the Soul Rock. So this is always Earthquake, and then we switch into Zoroark, and Zoroark chains the last two guys in the fight. You think this is Stunky? It's not Stunky. Stunky not dying to Earthquake. That's crazy. Okay, a Dark Pulse just kills this thing. And then we chain the last guy with knockoff. Lovely. Okay, there we go. Check room fight done. Risklessly. Something down here, right? What is this? Okay. There's a TM down here. There's no trainers down here, right? That would be diabolical. Okay. Lovely. That was a fun fight. Very satisfying to figure out the line too. Zoroark once again getting frags. We have one more fight before we have to do the Mount Chimney triple. I think the Mount Chimney triple I want to do on a separate stream. I want to pre-calc those out first because they're quite tricky. And then, yeah. So let's look at the final fight. The final fight of this route is the Picnicker Carol fight with double Ampharos and Spinda. Chocoberry Spinda with Contrary and Superpower. What does Psycho Cut do? Busy Punch is a normal type move, right? Yes. And then Psycho Cut is a high crit move. Okay, so that's fine. Does Ape kill this through Chopal? There's a chance that Ape kills this through Chopal. Sugarberry Ampharos with Static. And coverage and agility. And this Assault Vest double with counter, payback, and what is it? Mega Kick is just a normal type move, right? Yes. Okay. So it seems like a pretty straightforward no gimmick fight. Or I guess it's kind of gimmicky, but not that gimmicky in the grand scheme of things. So everything is weak to fighting, except for Ampharos. So maybe we can do something about that. So, why does... Oh, it has Fluffy, right? Okay, so if it got Overheat kills you, that's fine. We are -2 Spatak, right? Yeah, it's Fluffy Assault Vest. We could go... Okay, we could go Protective Pads. Because Protective Pads makes us ignore Fluffy, right? And then I guess we can just give this, like, I don't know, Insomnia or something. Nope. That doesn't kill. Okay. That's really good special defense. I'm just surprised that Overheat kills this thing. I guess that makes sense because it is Fluffy. And Overheat does a lot of damage. Okay, so we train this guy with Flare Blitz, that's fine. So this is always going to be you for Agility or Thunderbolt. Likely Agility. Or maybe Focus Blast even. Do I care? I kinda care. I kinda care. HP Ice Dog Fan. Okay. How in the world do we get rid of this Ampharos with Static and Shukaberry? This is annoying. How do we get rid of this Ampharos? How do we get rid of this Ampharos? I don't know, actually. Seems very tricky to do. I would love to click high horsepower twice on this, get this in on a Thunderbolt, but I have no idea how I would go about doing that. 1% chance is too high, like genuinely speaking. Right, like, this is very likely to agility as well, and this, once this is agility, this outspeeds everything in my box. We could maybe look at different leads, maybe. Hold on, okay. So if I am minus speed, payback does a lot less damage. If I am minus speed, I could always guarantee this to be Focus Blast. Does that have any consequential sort of... We could bait into you. And then high horsepower at one time. And then this would be HP Ice or Focus Blast again. The one thing, our box doesn't have too many good grounds. The two grounds that we do have are very good, but we are lacking on grounds. That is one of the things our box is lacking on. Maybe, okay, this might be a bit crazy, but maybe we can switch into something that has HP ground, maybe? Is that a thing? Porygon has HP ground. Nothing else has HP ground. How sick would Porygon HP ground be? That would be pretty cool. Okay, this thing is never... this is not happening. What if... okay, hear me out. What if we went... what if we went Eldegoss? What if we went Eldegoss? Eldegoss seems kind of fun here, just being able to drop its attack by 1. I mean, drop its speed by 1. We could even hold an Iron Ball. Or I guess if we were doing the Iron Ball lead with Arcanine, then I guess that doesn't really make sense. We could perhaps even lead with... why is Sun up? Sun shouldn't be up, right? Oh, I guess if Sun isn't up, that changes a lot. Why doesn't Cal keep on doing this? Okay, I wish it didn't automatically turn on weather, because like you can just read when it has drought. It's just silly, I think. I think it definitely hurts more than it helps, just in general. Yeah, Arcanine seems like the best lead then. Just realistically speaking, right? Superpower, yeah, it's for Focus Blast if we do decide to do... I guess, okay. I like Iron Ball. I really do like Iron Ball here. This Mega Kick can't really hurt us. Right. Is that a headbutt? Okay, I guess that can flinch us, technically speaking. So maybe it's not the best idea. Getting flinched to death by Zen headbutt admittedly does not feel fun. Admittedly, that feels not so fun. But what if we don't get hit? Okay, so what's the most amount of damage? Okay, we could pre-damage. What if we just pre-damage down to 130? Right, because if we pre-damage down to 130, we can always guarantee this to be Focus Blast. And then we can go like Eldegoss or something on Focus Blast, and then we can even pre-damage or something. Maybe we don't want to pre-damage, maybe we just want to do like Iron Ball Eldegoss, drop its speed by 1, right, and then we switch into like you or something, and then bait Thunderbolt into this with its speed dropped. That would do it. That would definitely do it. Okay, that is kind of an elaborate. That is quite elaborate, but that does work. Yes, that does work. We can't get paralyzed by high horsepower, right? Like, a ground type can't be paralyzed, right? That's how it works. It does make contact. Oh, they can be paralyzed by stab. Okay. That means we just need to hold a person berry. That shouldn't matter that much. Like, we should be fine. Right, because we always come in on T-Bolt, right? And then either agilities or HP ices. Either way, it's fine. We high horsepower, it's -1 speed. We get rid of the Shuka berry, and then we go again with the high horsepower. Cool, lovely, amazing. And then this is superpower, most likely, or hypnosis. So if this is superpower, Stormthrow crit doesn't deal enough damage for me to justify doing that. Well, maybe it's fine, but I don't know. APS. APS. Ape superpower, fake out overheat kills. Okay. That is fine. +1 attack, +1 defense on the superpower, but we get a Wise Glasses boost from overheat, and no sun is up, so this should be correct. Should work. Dizzy Punch. Dizzy Punch can confuse us though, right? Ooh, that's true. That is a good point. Can this ever go for Dizzy Punch? I think so, right? There's a small chance this can go for Dizzy Punch. I don't like that. That's bad. Ah, that's really annoying. That is just so freaking annoying. Swagger. Surely you can't go Swagger here. Surely you can't go Swagger here. Surely Swagger is not good. Because realistically, even if this is +1/+1, it's fine, as long as it's not superpower, right? Because if this goes to +2 defense, I don't think that really matters, because I think Wise Glasses plus Fake Out still cleans it up. Yep. So I'm pretty sure that Ape is the way we're beating this guy. I'm pretty sure that Ape is the way we're beating this guy. So we have Ape on our team, and then we need some way to deal with this Dizzy Punch bullshit. Right, maybe we go into you. Seems reasonable, seems very reasonable. Or like an Aggron. Aggron dies to crit, so no Aggron. We just go into a resist, right? we go into like U. It clicks superpower. It gets the +1 attack, +1 defense boost. We can even fake it out once. This is always then superpower again. If it went hypnosis, that's fine. That means it's always going to be superpower the next turn. And then we go into U. It's superpower again. It goes +2/+2. And then with Wise Glasses on the incoming superpower, we then just kill. Okay. I think we've accounted for everything, but then again, game never fails to surprise you. Okay, let's lead with our Hamilton. We are doing a pivot strategy through Eldegoss to get the speed drop into Talonflame to bait T-Bolt 100% of the time, and then we bait T-Bolt into Donphan, and then we make sure to give you a Cherry Berry. Right, and then we do this. We can get this in on a Hypnosis, that's fine. And then we go Wise Glasses, APS. Okay, so items, Hamilton, we need to always bait out Focus Blast. This is really important. So we need to pre-damage this to 130 health. And the reason we want to do this is because Willow could click counter, and counter does no damage because we're clicking Flamethrower. So we just need to be careful. Payback crit never kills us through. Right, and I am totally fine with this clicking T-Bolt on the Eldegoss, right? I don't care what move this clicks on Eldegoss, it just needs to not be agility. Eldegoss is whatever, we can do... Oh, Eldegoss, we should pre-damage this to always show 2-hit KO, right? Although, oh, we do Iron Ball Eldegoss, that's what we want to do. Yeah, we do Iron Ball Eldegoss. Iron Ball Eldegoss. Okay, Iron Ball on Eldegoss. This is so that it can never click agility the turn after. And then we do... on Talonflame, it truly does not matter. I guess we can give you an Orange Berry just for fun. And then this is always going to be T-Bolt. Yeah, this is always T-Bolt now into you, and then we want to give you a static healing Cherry Berry. We can give, and then you, it's either Super Hard Disney Punch or Hypnosis. All three are fine. We can tank that quite easily with a Weed Cat. We can go Chesto Berry for fun, and then we go Wise Glasses on Ape. Lovely, okay, that's everything. This is a bit annoying just because we don't have fast ground types, but it's okay. We have Eldegoss, and Eldegoss is, simply put, kind of overpowered. It enables you to do some pretty nasty things. Okay, so, again, Hamilton, we use Flamethrower basically to kill this Assault Vest Fluffy Double. Double is so cute. Maybe it's to make you feel bad about killing it. It's just a little guy. Okay, Double's dead. Sorry, Double. This is always going to be Focus Blast from Amphi. Oh, what if it doesn't hit? If it doesn't hit, that's fine. We just stay in with Eldegoss, right? Yeah, we just stay in with Eldegoss if this doesn't actually connect. Because we're holding an Iron Ball, it's okay. This will never click agility is the point. Focus Blast does connect this time, that's fine. Cotton Down procs, we're holding a Iron Ball, so we are still slower, so this is still Focus Blast or HP Ice. We now switch into Hat. For HP Ice, that's fine. Hat tanks this and always baits out Thunderbolt into Dirt. And Dirt can 2-hit this, 2-hit KO this with high horsepower because we outspeed now. We are holding a Cherry Berry in case of static proc, so we don't have to worry about that. And this can either agility or hit us. It doesn't particularly matter. Okay, so we get static procced, we get rewarded for taking our time and searching things up. Hidden Power comes out, that's fine. Hidden Power never kills, we're just sturdy anyways, so it doesn't matter. We kill this now with high horsepower again. Okay. Ampharos is dead, that's the biggest problem with this fight. Okay, so this is always Superpower or Dizzy Punch now. That is okay, that's fine. We just switch into Weed, who can tank both its battle armor. So we always bait out Superpower afterwards, or we also could potentially bait out, no, it's always Superpower because it gets the attack drop, so attack boost, so it thinks it can kill us. We can fake this out, that's fine. This is now always Superpower into Bullying. Bullying never dies to Superpower crit, and we just fake out Overheat this to kill it. Gets another attack boost, another defense boost, that's fine. We click fake out once, we click Overheat. We are Wise Glasses, this should always kill. Okay, I was scared there for a second that wouldn't kill. We can look at the next encounter, right, because I'm just gonna say this now, if I accidentally run into this double, I'm causing that. I don't care enough to care about map movement in this game, other than like optionals, because like, I guess that's like part of the game. Let's look at the Mount Chimney encounters. I can get that now, right? Just like making sure. Maybe I will just take the elevator up just to see if I can get that immediately, because if I can get that now, we will be taking that now. No need to delay this encounter because we have Amphi already. Okay. Let's go up the elevator. And then, yes, we can get this encounter like right now. Okay, perfect. We'll get this encounter and then we'll end the stream. Okay. So what do we want from here? We probably want a magnet pull is probably what we want. We could also not magnet pull, but that feels very greedy to me. And also probably quite unnecessary. So let's magnet pull. Let's bring out the magnet pull, guys. Okay. We're gonna try to get Lucario, basically. Lucario would be a super solid encounter. No complaints about Lucario whatsoever. We can bring you, we can bring you. We should bring a... We should bring a Amphi for paralysis purposes. We can bring, what is up there? Let me just check. Mount Chimney. There is Amphi, which is just a dupe. Altaria. Does Altaria get Perish Song at this level? I highly doubt it, right? Altaria would be such a sick pull. Altaria is level 40. Does it get Perish Song at level 40? It doesn't. It gets Perish Song at level 50, so we're good. We can bring a fairy type. We can bring like you, I guess. And then Musharna I think is always a good bring because and then we can bring an Intimor, maybe there's a lot of rock types, so maybe we want to bring Gyarados instead of the other guy. And then we can bring you as a BA-mon. And then we'll go Oranberries. I guess we can go, yeah, we'll go Oranberries on everyone. And then we will try to pull for a Lucario, I guess. Lucario would be pretty solid guy. We would actually appreciate another fighting type in our box, so Hitmonchan isn't the best fighting type, and neither is Pinsir. So something else to complement our Infernape would be cool. Where do we think the Altarias live? I think the Altarias, like, they like it up high, right? Like, Altarias are like a bird, so... Oh, okay. Alright, we'll take that. That's really good. That's really solid. Let's look at Lucario's moveset. So Lucario is level 40, right? Yep, Lucario is level 40. It gets which moves? It gets Iron Tail, Aura Sphere, Bullet Punch, Vacuum Wave. So Iron Tail, Aura Sphere, Bullet Punch, and Vacuum Wave. And it's at level 40. So assuming this thing is which... It can deal a lot of damage, actually. So... Okay, this thing legitimately does deal a lot of damage. We are gonna go into... Who can tank this up the best? We can do Gyarados, I guess. Just to get one Intim off, maybe. Or Sphere, and now we're just gonna throw balls at it. Unless we wanna we can Ice Beam this a few times, maybe. Ice Beam should never kill this. Okay, we got the defense drop, so I think we should leave. We can switch into rocks, I guess. Or a sphere is fine. I guess we can click Yawn just for fun. And then we can maybe Moonlight up one time. Okay. And then we can throw balls at it. Okay, let's Yawn again. Moonlight again. Thank you for getting in the ball. I appreciate it. Okay. Awesome. Lovely. That is a good encounter. We are pretty happy with that. Obviously we're happy with that because we magnet pulled, so it would be bad if we weren't happy with that. Okay. It's good. It is good. Plus attack is cool. Plus attack is definitely cool. It's got good attack. It's got decent bulk. This thing's good. This thing is good. It's funny that like half of our Iron Hail. What are we? What's the moveset? We want E-Speed. We want Sky Uppercut probably because we are plus attack. Like let's look at our attack stat rate. So we are 112. Okay, we're about even on attack and special attack. Maybe as we get higher levels we'll be. I think having E-Speed or Bullet Punch. I guess Vacuum Wave. I don't know about Vacuum Wave. I don't know how I feel about Vacuum Wave. What's the moveset on this guy even? This is like kind of hard. Do we click E-Speed on Lucario or no? E-Speed is pretty bait on that guy. Okay, okay. No E-Speed then. I hate making my own decisions. Okay, that is fine. That is cool. That is good. That is awesome. We are going to take Meteor Mash, we are going to take Close Combat. So it's probably going to be Meteor Mash, Close Combat, Bullet Punch, Vacuum Wave as our final moveset. We've got some really solid encounters so far. We do need to name Lucario, we do need to name Gyarados. We also need to name... I guess we'll do this before the stream ends. We also need to name our Turtonator, so let's do those. Let's name those three guys and we can end stream. Very, very, very solid box. Very healthy box. Where's our Turtonator? Where is he hiding? I'm so blind. Help. Is he in? No, he's here. Okay, let's name them, and then we will end stream. Pretty successful stream. I think all of our fights today we did riskless. We got some really nice encounters. And we just have to figure out Mount Chimney next. Which honestly speaking, we got the Turtonator for the we have Turtonator, we have Sturdy Donphan, we have Zoroark / Stunky for the Espeon, we have a really good box. We have Talonflame, we have Azumarill, we have lots of goats for this incoming Mount Chimney 3-fight gauntlet, or not gauntlet, but 3-fight. The 3 fights we have to do there. Lucario, what do we think Lucario would like? He's probably a switch knife. I feel like he would be like, you know those like pocket knives, like the switchblades, like what are those called? I feel like he would really, I feel like he's a pocket knife kind of guy. Yeah, can we, does that fit? Pocket, no it doesn't. We could just call this guy Knife. I guess he's knives. Okay. Oh, would not have, oh, no. I want to change my nickname, please. Gyarados, what does Gyarados like? I feel like Gyarados is like, I feel like Gyarados appreciates cuddles. Gyarados is a cuddly gal. Cuddle. Maybe just cuddle. Cuddle's kind of cute. And Turtonator? Turtonator's probably a nerd. Do you think Turtonator plays Run and Run? I feel like Turtonator plays Run and Run. Turtonator... We are breaking the fourth wall with this guy. Okay. Oh man, we have so many mods. This feels so good.